So this is another quick 5-minute quickie that lasts longer than 5 minutes, and it is going to head towards a longer podcast, which is all about making sure your wishes become dreams and your dreams become reality, and they're never put off and they don't just fade away. If that's of interest to you, have a listen after this, but you have to be honest with yourself when you do, because I'm going to ask you to do something and you have to be honest with yourself. And who else should you be honest to if you can't be honest with yourself? Deep. And this is just a thing to start thinking about. What's he on about? Have a listen after this.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, my friend, a 5-minute quickie. I think it's a 5-minute quickie because what I want to do is spend more time on this, but I wanted to just think out loud to get you maybe curious. Maybe you can give me some feedback of the type of things that we can add. So what am I talking about? As I know that you're saying, Cluffy, get to the point. Well, it's all about living for tomorrow, because isn't that the thing to do? Live for tomorrow. Making sure that tomorrow is going to be awesome. And, well, if you did that, would you make tomorrow great? Now, I know you've got this thing, or you, me, I. There's a saying that tomorrow never comes. Well, it sort of does come, because if you're on a Monday like I am now, and I'm meeting somebody tomorrow on Tuesday, when I wake up tomorrow morning, it's Tuesday, tomorrow's come today. I know it's today, but it was tomorrow yesterday, and yesterday's gone, so today is tomorrow. And I created tomorrow by making that appointment. Sort of, isn't it? But tomorrow never comes, and we can make tomorrow great. But sometimes there's that thing, if you don't put Tuesday as being tomorrow, because that's just a date now in a calendar. If time is anything other than a construct, then we put it in a diary, so we're just heading towards a particular date, not necessarily tomorrow. But if all we're thinking of is, well, not necessarily tomorrow, but in the future, when things happen, if this was to happen, or when I've got this in my pocket, or if I've got a bit more learning, or understand this, or I've done that, then I will do this. Some people even dependent on the bloody weather, how I feel, when I'm feeling more confident in this. That's the BS of living for tomorrow. Because then time slides. I'm sure you know that when you go, I'm going to set a goal, and I'm not quite sure when I want it, but I want it in the future. And guess what? A year later, still out there somewhere, because time slides into the future. If there is a future. I think there's a future. So, to me, you can create a really good tomorrow, a really good future that becomes the now, if you take action right now. I know it's bloody obvious, really, isn't it? Taking action right now. And a lot of people say, and I do too, live in the moment. And I've talked about this just recently, living in the now. And if I haven't, I will be, because I've got notes on it. My mind's got a little bit weird, because I don't know, did I do it yesterday, or have I set it for some time in the future? You see, trying to make the future better. For you, for me. It all gets weird. But I just wanted you to muse before I go into a longer podcast on this. Do you put things off for tomorrow, the next day, some time in the future? Is there, and you might say, oh, I have these conversations with people and they absolutely, I never do that, Paul. Never. And then you start talking about stuff they've put off because we don't admit it to ourselves. Because you can think, well, right at this moment, I'm not putting anything off. Well, just think backwards a little bit into the days of the now that has gone into the past, of things that you were going to do and you still haven't done them. What would happen if you just made a little list of those? Yeah, you could pee you off a little bit, make you down. I know when I did this, I was looking at it and going, these have been on the list forever, and I still haven't got around to doing them. But there's a reason for that. And I worked out mine, and not this one, because this is only a 5-minute quickie. This is to get your juices flowing, as it were. Because I want you to think about the things that you have put off. You've put off for the future when the time is right. Because I can guarantee you, very few fluffy guarantees, but I know that you don't fill up your whole day. If you do, you are the exception to the rule. And if I had a hat, I'd take it off. But I know I don't do that. I know so many other people who say they do not live and fill their day up completely with everything. So we've all got a bit of time. We've got a little bit of time spare, and we've got a little bit of time we could shuffle in the day right now. So that's what we're going to be working on. I don't want you to think about that now, but I want you to think about what are the things that you have still got in your mind to do. Maybe you've written them down, or maybe they're just like little wishes floating around. And one thing about wishes is if we don't do anything with them, if we don't write them down for a start, they fade away into the ether, into the multiverse. And some other bugger picks them up and gets the idea of it and does it. We've all been there. So just for a little while, I don't know when the actual longer podcast will be around this, but just for a little while, get a little notebook, but get a little piece of paper and a pen, a pencil, a fountain pen. I love my fountain pen. Get your little notebook and just write down the things that you have been putting off for tomorrow. Not necessarily deliberately so, because there's ones I'm putting off because I'm waiting for this to happen. I want a list of those, and a list of the things that you've actually have put off already. Not consciously, unconsciously, or whatever, but they're just there. Let's just take a little itinerary of those things, and then we can work from there. So this is a 5-minute quickie, which is taking, about 6 or 7 minutes. But I just want you to think of things so we can dive in deeper. Now, if there's anything in this that as you make those notes and you go, Paul, I want you to make sure that you include this in the longer podcast, because this is something that's going to be important to me that I do create in the future. So when it slides into the now, boom, I've done all the work to create that reality, because I couldn't create it right now, but I've done everything to create it. And if there's something that you really need for that, let me know. feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. That's the email. I'll give you a personal reply. Might even send you a little gift. Who knows? But you don't need a gift for that. But maybe we'll see. And I will be able to fill that podcast up with loads of little goodies, loads of little gems, little golden nuggets strewn everywhere just for you. And they'll create little golden nuggets for everyone else. I know that. You know that too. So keep your ears open, your heart open, and just be around. Okay. So that's what we've really been talking about, is doing a podcast in the future, isn't it? What? Yeah. But, and there is a but. I don't like buts, but there is a but on this one. It's going to happen because I'm going to create it, because I need things to do. I have steps to do, and then we'll do it. And then we're going to have fun making our reality a reality. I think. I know. Be there. Bye-bye. So 90 seconds. Now, we all know stress is not good for us. Well, too much stress is really bad. And it just builds up and builds up. What would it be like if you could really deeply relax? Really relax. Not just relax your muscles, but your mind, everything about you, just deeply relaxed through hypnosis. You see, what I've got is, I'll tell you what I haven't got. I haven't got a guided meditation that goes down to the riverbank and makes you feel relaxed for the moment. But what I have got are 2 tracks. One, a longer track, which guides your unconscious mind into deep relaxation, to relax and be comfortable in the mind and the body, every muscle, every fiber of you, just deeply relaxing so you can learn at the unconscious level how to relax. And then a slightly shorter length hypnosis track to allow you to go into deep relaxation instantly and be there for just say 5 minutes. So in between meetings or whenever you just want to relax so quickly, so easily, you can just go there for 5 minutes. And then in between, you can use a longer track to have that longer experience, each time building up this skill of deep relaxation. How do you get it? Well, basically, you just go to paulcloughonline.com/relax. There you go. 2 programs. Go and have a look. Give you a little video about it as well. Have a little listen. What would happen if it didn't work? Well, if it didn't work, there's a money-back guarantee. So you have got nothing to lose. But what would happen and you got supersonically good at relaxing? Wouldn't that be awesome? Teach your body how to just relax and your mind to just relax. Just enjoy. Go to paulcloughonline.com/relax and check it out.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.